Good day. I hope everyone is doing well. In this video, I will talk about my everyday tote bag and why I chose the one that I have. So this was my actually first tote bag, and this is from Matador. And my tote bag that I'm using now is again from the same brand, Matador. So let me tell you why I went with Matador and why I like them so much, and why is that when I upgraded I chose the same brand. So this was my first everyday tote bag from Matador. This is the transit tote bag, I think they call it. This is not in the market any longer. You might find it in some stores online, but they don't produce it any longer. Instead, what you can find on Matador's website is the upgraded, the new design, and that is this one. And this is called on grade tote bag. Matador does sell many other bags as well, duffel bags, so many types of bags, but I only have tote bag from them, so that's what I'm going to review in this video. So 3 years ago, I was looking for a tote bag, and I spent quite some time researching the internet, like looking for reviews, looking for the quality, like looking at different tote bags and their qualities. And I had actually three features that I found important that I was looking for. And the first feature was that a bag for me should be water resistant, if not waterproof. It's just because of the place where I live, like it can rain pretty much any time. So I wanted a bag that has that feature. The second is that a tote bag for me should be lightweight. And the third feature is, because I'm aiming for more of a minimalist wardrobe, I want to have a tote bag of more of a neutral color. And Matador Transit bag, which was their tote bag before the current design, had all these tick the boxes for all these features. Yeah, so it is waterproof, and it is definitely waterproof. I've been using this actually for 3 years. I mean, there was the lockdown time when I didn't go out, but apart from that, I've been using this outside like all the time. That was the only bag that I was using before I purchased the upgraded version. And I will tell you as well why I had to upgrade. Yeah, so it is definitely waterproof. The bag that I had before I got Matador, every time when it was like raining, like it was kind of getting damp inside my bag, and when it was like heavy rain, that it was completely soaked. Even if I have an umbrella, but like it rains kind of like sideways, then my bag gets impacted, and it does feel damp before. So I definitely wanted something that is at least has good water resistance, and this is like great. Like I never had the experience that my items got damp inside this tote bag. And I'm really pleased with this purchase, to be honest. And the second one I said is that it's lightweight, and this tote bag is as light as it can get. It's literally feather light for a good tote bag. And the third reason of the color, I mean, it is I would say this faded black, or like, it's not like jet black like the handle or the zipper, but it is a very beautiful neutral faded color. And in fact, I actually do like that it's not like jet black, because I can, like if I wear like something like light, then it like for example this one, it does match so nicely. I mean, black is a very neutral color, but I was actually pleased that it is not like black, like a jet black, but it's more of a faded black. So it was great even in the summer. And the reason why I had to get a new one is sadly, this elastic started to wear off, but like wear off like really. So the threads were coming off and I had to cut it each time to maintain that it doesn't look like so bad. But even like, let me bring it closer, like, you know, like it's just held by like a little piece left here, so it is not as nice. Like for example, I think like even here you see like it's coming off. And then because this is my only tote bag, that was my only tote bag at the time, and then when I went for more of like an official occasion, I didn't want it to, you know, show like to come with a bag that is like worn off that much. So I wanted to get a bag which is in a good shape. And that's when I went back to Matador and I got their new design, which is this one. And I'm going to review this one more in full because that's the one that it's in the market at the moment. And you can definitely get this when you go to their website. And I think they do ship to quite some countries. So it's a high likelihood wherever you are in the world and watching my video, that you can get this shipped to your place. Whereas this one, you might find this on the internet on some stores that they have the store from all like this previous design, but it might get sold out. So I was thinking to link some, but I'm just thinking by the time you watch the video it might be sold out because they might just have just a few items. So I think the best is that you go to look for the current design, as well as the only thing with the older design is it might be cheaper, the older design, but like that's the only problem why I'm kind of like resistant. I would rather recommend the one which I don't find any problems with than the one that I'm a little bit resistant to recommend. To be honest, I love this bag. I still love this bag and I still use this bag. I'm not using this bag for like any official occasion, but I do use this bag, let's say, to go to the shop, to do the groceries, because it's quite spacious and I can easily fit lots of stuff inside. And it is a very solid, apart from this feature here, this bag is like brand new, so you don't find anywhere any thread coming off or any rip or anything. So it's like brand new. The zip works as well as it worked 3 years ago. The handle is as solid as 3 years ago. The only place where it was wearing off is this elastic bit, and sadly it wore off very bad. If this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't even got a new one, because I'm happy with just one tote bag. So that was the only reason. But apart from that, it's like new, and I'm still using it. It's just for someone who buys bag now, I would recommend the new one, especially if you want to build a minimalist wardrobe and you only want to have one bag. Then go with the new one, because you won't have any problems 3 years later, and this will be a bag as good as it is when you first purchase, years down the line. So I won't spend too much time on the previous design, so let me just quickly go through the features. it essentially has one internal space, and that's like around 16 liters. It's just one big space, black hole. If you have a bag organizer, it just works very well. Otherwise, you might need to search for the items because they will end up on the very bottom. And it packs inside a little bag. I actually never used it. I always just used it as a tote bag, always carrying a bag organizer with it. But you can pack it up if you're not using it and just carrying for traveling, let's say. You can pack it inside its own little pocket. And it has one front zip. It's like a smaller, let me show you, it's like this size. And the zipper works, like I said, it's like works as well as 3 years ago. And this is also waterproof. Like, I really like this feature, and the new one doesn't have this, sadly. So that's actually one of the things that I'm missing. That this one had this waterproof zipper, which is actually really great, because when it rains hard, rain can come actually penetrate through the zipper as well. And the same here on the front. So the zipper is like a waterproof zipper, and it's rip resistant. So it's built like, in a way, very tight weave polyester, that it's like, and it's true, it's so rip resistant. Like 3 years ago it was like this, and it is as new as then. Like no rip at all anywhere, apart from, like I said, this is the only problem that I had, that the threads were starting to come off like this, and then I was trying to cut them off, maintain, and then eventually it thinned down pretty well. And the handle, apart from that, it's a very solid handle, so it's like sewn very well, no problem here at all, very solid. Let me show you the one that I have now, the design that's currently available on the market on Matador's website. By the way, this video is not sponsored by the brand. Like, I haven't told them that I'm planning to make a review. This is just my honest review after using their product for 3 years. I mean, this is the product, the older one, and this one I got in the spring, this spring. So I've been having this for quite some time by now, and I love it. I love it just like I love the older model, and actually more, because this one doesn't have that elastic. So this is just like one solid handle, and in fact, like, you have 2 handles, you know, like with the other one, but it doesn't feature that elastic. So it's just like nicely sewn into the main compartment. And on top you even have one more, like a crossbody style, which you can adjust based on your height. You might want to have it a bit longer or a bit shorter, so I love that feature as well. And this again is like very solid. Like they have quality product, I'm telling you. Like, they sew it so well and so tight that you won't have the problem that it will come off or even start threading off years down the line. So that's the reason why I can recommend their products from the heart, because they really do quality. They really yeah, it's a quality bag. So yeah, so like I said, waterproof. This is waterproof as well. We had rainy days, especially in the spring, not really in the summer. The summer was sunny, but yeah, in the spring, like, it definitely held up really well in the rain. I never had the experience of my items being damp or wet, sorry. And yeah, it is very lightweight. Let me tell you, I think it's 165 gram. Yeah, it's 165 grams, so it's like as light as you can get for a good tote bag, which is also waterproof. I mean, you can get tote bag which is waterproof from the brand Rains. So I think Rains is very good in terms of having waterproof products. The only reason why I didn't go with Rains is because this is lightweight, so like 165 gram, and that's like so light. And like I don't exactly know how much more the Rains bag is in terms of weight, like how much addition, like it's probably like 300 gram. But the reason why I went with the lightest of the lightest is because, you know, when I start adding things into my bag, like I have the bag organizer, which is light, but it does add quite like a little bit of gram. And then when I have like let's say my water bottle, which is half a liter, or in the summer it can be even more, then it starts adding up. And if I can reduce the weight of the bag as much as I can, then it won't weigh down my shoulder. So the bag, the one that I had before this, apart from not being waterproof, the other one is it was definitely heavier than this. I don't have it, so I can't show you any longer, but it was definitely heavier than this. And yeah, it was starting to weigh down my shoulder when I had, you know, because the thing is, like, if you don't carry a water bottle, it's fine. It's just because when I go out, I tend to carry drink with me, like usually tea, like maybe just water or tea or something. And it's just me, you know, like I mean, you can get in the shop on the way, but I just like to have my own water bottle or, you know, my own tea. And that's the reason why weights start to add up. But yeah, if you just carry your wallet and let's say like a jacket, then you can go with the Rains or with any other brand that's a little bit heavier than this, because you won't add too much weight inside the bag. But anyway, so I went with the lightest of the lightest that has a good waterproof quality, and I found this to be really lightweight. Like 165 gram is like, it's like a dream. And the color is a little bit darker than this. Like, let me show you in comparison. So this is like a faded black, and this is more like black rather than faded black. So it's like, if I would say like this is jet black, a tiny bit lighter black, but definitely darker than this one in terms of color. But it's neutral, so I probably, to be honest, like if Matador would have done like a pop of color only, I wouldn't have bought it, even though it's lightweight and even though it's waterproof. But the color did matter to me, that it is neutral, because it's just because I'm aiming for more of a minimalist. So I just want to have basically one bag, or now I have two bags because it started to wear off. But if it wouldn't have worn off, I wouldn't even had the newer design. So yeah, so I like the fact that they do this neutral color. So let me show you. It has this front pocket. It's just a small front pocket, and I usually just carry some antibacterial gel in it, and I put it usually in a separate plastic bag just in case it drips. I don't want the bag to, you know, to have any, I don't want the bag to get dirty. The zipper works so well, but it doesn't have the waterproof zipper like the other one. So let me show you again, side by side. So this is a waterproof zipper, and I love this feature. I love this feature. And sadly, the newer one doesn't have that. The zipper works really well, no problems. It's a very good zipper, but it just doesn't have. I mean, to be honest, it does have, like, you know, like they made it in a way that the material comes next to each other. So, and then this material is waterproof, so it kind of protects, but the zipper itself, if you pack it very full and then it starts to like kind of like show like this, then this is not waterproof. That's the only thing. And the same applies for the zipper on the top. So this is not a waterproof zipper. So let me bring it side by side again. That was the zipper on their original transit tote bag, and the upgraded on the grid doesn't have the same. Nevertheless, the zipper works really well, so it will held up. And then you have just one big internal pocket, which I really like. It's 16 liters, so it's quite voluminous. And then you also have one zipper in the back, which the other one didn't have. And this goes all the way down as well. So what you can do, what I do, sometimes I actually sometimes put the jacket here and then it's separated. And if I'm in a hurry, I just chuck it into the main compartment. But I have my bag organizer in the main compartment for sure. Please check out if you're interested in bag organizer and how it is, how this bag looks like when it's filled up, my other video. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. The only thing is that this bag, because it's unstructured and it's so thin, like if you're carrying, let's say, laptop or, you know, tablet, then you would need to put them in a case. Otherwise, when this bag falls, like on a hard surface, it will cause damage. So you definitely need a separate case. Like even if this pocket, you would use it for your tablet or laptop, you can. I mean, it would fit because it goes all the way down nicely, but you need a separate case. Otherwise, it can cause damage. And then the other thing is that it's unstructured. So if you want a tote bag that it's structured, this is not that one. But you can make this structured easily by using a bag organizer, a nice structure to your tote bag. And yeah, so that's how it looks like side by side. It's the same size. It's really a tiny bit of difference. But I would go with the upgraded design, just because of the details that I mentioned. I hope this video has been helpful. And if you have any questions, just write in the description box. And yeah, other than that, check out my video on the bag organizer and how this bag looks like when it's filled up with all the items that I carry on a daily basis. And yeah, have a good rest of the day and rest of the week. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Thank you. Bye.